This is the Rotary Tiller, sometimes also called the rotavator, and is used for cultivation. And it achieves that by beating up the soil with the rotor blades over there, and the blades are driven from the tractor transmission through the cross member here, and on this side we have the chain drive that powers the rotor blades. At the back of it we have the tail wheel. The tail wheel has two functions. First is used for depth control, and it also is used for transport position when you want to move from one place to another. Right now it's on transport position, but when you get to the field you will need to change it to the iron wheel. What you got over here, you remove the rubber tire and you fix this one over there, and you are ready for field operation. Once you fix it, you will need to adjust for depth. Once you are in the field and you are set, you will need to lower the whole rotor tiller to the depth that you require. And then once you do that, for your safety, you will need to unlock the flap and make sure that it's lowered down. This will protect you from the dust and stones that might be thrown by the rotors as they rotate. And then you also need to move the sides as well, so that you also don't get soil and stones thrown on the sides. The same on the other side, you need to do the same. And then you'll be set for your field operation. Okay, once you've lowered your rotor tiller to the operation position, you can now get onto your seat, and you will notice where I put my feet on the pedals. That's where you control the direction of movement, or you achieve your steerage, and you will need to combine that with your the arm control systems for the tractor. The starting procedure is, as we've talked before, you need to start your tractor with this in brake position, engage your gear. We would recommend for this you use maybe gear 2 to 3, no more than that. And then once you start moving, you need now to engage your rotor blades using this the stick over here. Okay, once you have set your rotor tiller, you've lowered it to operation level, then you can now start your tractor by following the normal process of starting a tractor. Make sure that the gear stick is neutral, your clutch lever is on brake, your throttle is 100%. Then you can now start your tractor, and then choose a gear between 1 to 3, and then start moving forward by releasing your clutch slowly. And as you do so, the tractor moves forward, and then you can engage your rotor blades, and that will start rotating, and then you move forward. So when you want to remove the rotor tiller, the first thing you do is to fold up the front tractor support and then tilt the entire tractor to the front. That ensures that once you unbolt the 4 nuts, you will not start getting oil leaking through between the 2 parts. So that's the first thing you do, and then now you can loosen the 4 bolts, remove the struts, and then gently, you will need help, maybe 2 people, one on either side, to pull out the rotor tiller from the tractor. Right, this is what the gear box looks like. You can see all the gears over there, and when I move the gear selector, you are able to select your gears. That gear there is the output, which supplies power to your rotor tiller, or any other implement that is driven from the gearbox. And on the rotor tiller itself, we have the dog clutch. You can see when I move like that, it disengages. When I do like that, it locks in place, and you get power transmitted to your rotor tiller. When you are fixing this, one thing you need to check and make sure is the gasket. There is this gasket here, that it is intact. If it is not, you are going to get leakage. So if it's worn out or torn, you need to put a new gasket in place. So those are the 4 bolts that you hold your implement into place, and then you bolt it on, and you are set. Okay, when you want to attach other implements after removing your rotor tiller or any other implement that is powered from the gearbox, you need to put what we call the adapter plate. Some people will call it the draw plate, where you attach implements that do not require to be powered from the gearbox. It goes on the 4 bolts, right, like that. And then you use your 4 bolts to secure it in place. Now the adapter plate comes with a set of 3 holes. There's 2 on the sides, which are 16 millimeter, and the one in the middle for 20 millimeter. When you are pulling an implement like a trailer, you need to use the 20 millimeter pin, and it's only secured from that one place. If you are putting something like a furrower or the disc plow, you use the 2 holes on the side by inserting 16 millimeter bolts, and that's how you convert it from you convert it for implements that are drawn from the adapter plate. Right, so when you're securing them, make sure that you put the bolt, the washer and the bolt in all the places. And we are now going to secure it. And make sure that is tight enough not to allow for any leaks. Right, so we need now to tighten that, and we are set to mount other implements.